We are currently in the second phase of the Game Connect project. However, we implemented the first phase and we had very tremendous results from a randomized control trial. However, as we concluded, we had the research showed that there were still some underlying triggers that were never addressed, especially around livelihoods, youth losing, not having employment, losing their livelihoods. But also, while we reached a big number, we realized it was only 3.5% of the youth. So there was still a huge unmet need around the youth that are depressed with anxiety that we still needed to reach.
Because of the COVID, I went into a mental crisis whereby I could not talk about anything to my parents. I could not talk about anything with my friends because they were not with me. And it kind of made me feel lonely, feel alone, and feel like I can't express myself the way I needed to.
As a coach, I'm still training those participants. I'm still telling them about the project and the lesson we are still taking, the mental health.
The goal of the Game Connect project is to improve psychosocial and mental health resilience of youth 15 to 24 years through sport, and we envision to reach 16,550 youth.
As a coach, I support to know first of all where my participants live and to know what issues if the participant is not active in the training. I'm going to visit them to talk with the parents, to talk with the participants, what's wrong.
At the end of the 4 months, we transition these youth to the peer leaders who are able to take them through post-graduation. For us, this is something that enables these interventions sustain themselves within the community.
Being one of the fewest female peer leaders, it was up to me to see that I encourage other young people, mostly the girls, to take part into the project, which was not an easy task because girls thought initially it is about play. And every time we had a game about football, they would feel like it is not for them and they would feel left out. But every time I would bring them back to the circles and I ask them about their experiences, they get to interact and they tell me, you know what, this was not good, this was not bad, and we get to share these experiences. Not only them, but also the refugees. Language barrier was another issue that we used to address. And in one way or the other, it brought about connection, because if you feel like something is not worth talking about and someone comes to you and tells you know what, it is okay to express yourself in this way, trust me, it makes you feel good. So in one way or the other, we felt like our mental state was being helped by one of us in the group.
As Game Connect, we envision quite a number of outcomes. We want to see that we have improved psychosocial skills of these youth over time of engagement, but also strengthen support networks for the youth. We deliver the structured support for mental health interventions. We do a livelihood that is post-light, that is trying to address the triggers, the underlying triggers. We engage the youth in quality sport.
We learn many lessons, the accountability, the decision making, like accountability. I'm responsible for myself and others. In the decision making, I can make my decision to reach the common goal.